What's up, man?
What up, man?
Shit. Shit, man. That shit. They need to do something about that shit, bro. This shit too hard. to get started. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't know why they got it that damn hard. You know, YouTube need to get their shit together.
yeah,
I mean, it shouldn't be that hard to start some shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to pull a damn pen out. Your phone got a pen?
no,
Uh, hey, what's up, people? I see there's 6 people up in here. If you don't mind hitting the like for me, please. Thank you. Yeah. Welcome to the smoke session. We usually do this during the daytime, but you know what I'm saying? Uh, usually it's the 2 o'clock session, but now it's the 9 o'clock session. Yeah, man. Hey, man. I was contemplating, like I say, I was looking at your boy chart. I'm contemplating on making a video on Dr. Umar.
what's stopping
Uh, I ain't finished doing the homework. I ain't finished doing the homework on it. What's going on, people? Welcome to our Am Astrology Readings. Matter of fact, if you have any questions, I might feel like answering any astrology questions or
you? Tell
any
me
questions for me.
about, tell me about my Aquarius. My
Mm.
birthday, my birthday February 2nd. I'm an Aquarius. That's all I know. Tell me about me.
Oh shit! Don't mess with. Leave you alone.
What?
You need to leave Aquarius alone if you don't want that iron up in you.
Oh
If you
man.
don't want, if you don't want them going to the trunk, take it to the trunk. Uh, Shit, that full moon was just in Aquarius, man. Shit, and be honest with you, they still got just because it was the other day, they still got full moon manifestations going on. That shit lasts for a little while. That shit just don't pop up that one day and then go away. That energy be in the air for a nice little minute. You know what I mean? What's going on, people? Anybody got any astrology questions? I ain't doing nothing but Sitting up here with my boy, Mr. Brain Repair. If y'all don't have him follow, make sure you follow him. We ain't doing nothing but having a little smoke session. So feel free to ask a question. If you speak now, forever hold your peace. I'm opening up the floor for astrology questions.
And this is rare, so y'all better take advantage.
Ain't nobody. Hey, anybody know their sun moon? Well, everybody should know their sun sign. Anybody know their rising sign or moon sign? Uh, Nothing. No one. It's all good. Anywho, shit ain't going good. Man, I'm trying to find a picture to put up there for um put up here for the little thing.
The thumbnail to the live.
Yeah, yeah. I was trying to find out. It gotta be certain, specs for them to put it up there and all that shit. I did have one. I can't find it though. You know. Again, anybody feel free to type in I ain't nobody typed anything. Huh? Feel free to type something in there if y'all have an astrology question. So, but yeah, I was looking at his stuff, and again, like I was saying, he is Scorpio rising, and a Leo sun, which is going, and if his words, he's a Scorpio rising. So, if he is a Scorpio rising, that'll put his Leo energy in the 10th house of career, public reputation, and all of that stuff. And then his chart ruler would be Mars. His chart ruler would be Mars, and his Mars is in Virgo in the house of friends and groups that he's connected to and stuff like that, and internet and technology and shit like that. So his reputation is directly tied to you know him doing stuff out here in public and stuff like that. You know, and then you got, like I said, he got his Mars would be in Virgo, right? And in the 10th house, then this looked like something just flew over your head. Could have been a UFO. I saw a light go, a light. They got UFOs flying around over there, and UFOs flying around over there in Florida.
Yeah, man. It was a big little hot spot
Hmm.
back in like the
Oh,
80s and 90s. Couple of sightings.
So he actually, and if he is he said he's a Scorpio rising, which would make that Mars his chart ruler. And he's a day birth, which means his chart ruler actually works against him. So that Mars energy is not actually his friend. And that you put that Mars energy in Virgo in the 11th house, you know, the planet of action and drive is located in the house of friendships and groups and long term goals. This is just that your energy is channeled into practical, detail oriented, or service based pursuits within social circles. You likely to be a meticulous planner when it comes to organizing group projects, events, and just even socializing. You may be the person who your friends turn to for help with a complex problem or to get things done efficiently. Well, if he's a day bird and that Mars is actually working against him, well, what that actually means is instead of him friends being able to turn to him, he's turning to friends in groups and asking for help. And if you look at his videos, hey, my account is broke. My account is frozen. My account is frozen. My account is frozen. Can you help a brother out? Cash app, cash app, cash app. All right. And then look, to be honest with you, like I was saying, that Mars is not it working this, and that Mars is not only gonna rule, that Mars is not only gonna rule um that Mars rules him, right? It rules him. It also gonna rule um his sixth house of daily routine, health, and work. That's why I said, uh, if Mars rules him and it moves his sixth house of daily routine, health, and work, and it's in the seventh house, 11th house, he's going to groups and friends asking for money because he don't want to go to work. And watch this. This dude got Saturn in detriment in Cancer in the ninth house of higher learning. And so the scam or the pitch is hey, I'm doing this. I want to start a school for a place of higher learning, ninth house, because of the situation, the learning is in detriment. We need to start a school for all black boys because it's detrimental situation and all of that. Yeah, but in all actuality, he's just trying to pass the hat. He panhandling because he don't want to go to work. By the way, his even though he's a Taurus, I mean a Leo, even though he's a Leo, his Mercury's at two degrees. His sun is at 28 degrees Leo. His Mercury is at 2 degrees Virgo, which means his Mercury's under the beams of the sun, which means he that's some things are hidden. Now that Mercury rules his 11th house of friends, right? And it rules, ready for it, mental, the eighth house of other people's money. So he's sitting out here communicating in a way, but with a hidden agenda. He actually talking about, hey, send me some money for this institution of higher learning for these kids, but in fact, he just don't want to work. And so he asks people for money, you know what I'm saying? So and he's been doing that for years. What's up, P Money? What's happening with you? He's been doing it for years. And 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 he got Jupiter in Pisces in the fifth, and which is in opposition to that Mars, dead opposition, 14 degrees, 15 degrees. Yeah. What's happening? Welcome to self, yo. Welcome to the teachers lounge. You there, man? I don't hear you.
No, I'm on mute over here.
Oh, all right.
What's
All
going on,
right.
P-Money?
Huh?
I spoke to P-Money.
Oh, all right. Hey, alive. How you doing? Alive is the vibration. How you doing? Well, thank you for stopping in. Make sure y'all like the give me a like, please, at the top. I appreciate that. We just popped in to really have a quick session. You know, so when a planet had its original placement, like Venus, 70 years does it progress, like degrees, or houses turn like the sun. Yes, uh, yes, Venus in in a progressed chart. It doesn't move like the same speed as the sun or the moon. But yes, Venus does progress. Mercury does progress. Everything progresses up to Mars, right? And Jupiter on out Jupiter on out doesn't actually move that far when it comes to the progress chart. Now, it actually moves, all the planets move when it comes to solar arc charts. All right. I don't know off the top of my head the speed in which Venus progresses within a progress chart. I forgot off the top of my head. I mean, I could find out if you really wanted me to, but yeah, it doesn't progress as fast as. Um, but I don't know if you ever heard of a solar arc chart. In a solar arc chart, all the planets move 1 degree a year. Yeah, all of them move 1 degree uh, a year. Hey, Mentor, I got a question for you.
Okay.
How can this is the reflection question for tomorrow? If y'all see it's actually on the blog, but if you see the video tomorrow, you'll probably see this question. But I'll ask you, how do you or someone balance life's pleasures with a openness to challenges? How do you balance life's pleasures with openness to challenge?
With openness to challenge. a little slow right now. Uh, um, openness to challenge.
Yeah. How can you, how can someone balance life's pleasures with an openness to challenge?
Try something new.
Hmm. Well, it says that it's about mindful blending of comfort and growth. And I say all the time, comfort comfort zones are a great place to be, but comfort zones are terrible for growth. Ain't no growth happening in comfort zones. So it says um, it's about recognizing that both are essential for a fulfilling life, and that they often feed each other. Comfort and growth feed each other. Pleasures are things that recharge us. Pleasures are things that recharge us. They're the moments of joy, relaxation, and comfort that help us feel good. They can be as simple as enjoying a good meal, spending time with loved ones, or listening to music. Without these moments, we risk burnout and may lack the energy to face new things. So you said, hey, try new things. But if we don't actually take time for pleasurable things, you won't have any energy to try any new thing. Challenges, on the other hand, are what help us grow. They push us out of our comfort zone, whether it's learning a new skill, taking on a difficult project, or navigating a new environment. While they can be uncomfortable in the moment, they build resilience, confidence, and a sense of accomplishment. So I don't know if you're still in here, P Money. Uh, you leaving at Atlanta, getting out of your comfort zone, coming down to here, is all actually um, allowing you and pushing you to grow and expand. What say you, Mr. Mentor? Or while we wait for Mr. Mental? The balance isn't a perfect 50-50 split. It's more of a dynamic relationship. View a challenge as a choice, not a chore. Frame new challenges as opportunities for learning and personal development rather than as burdens that you have to bear. Burdens you have to bear. Don't they say everybody got a cross to carry? Is that another way of saying burdens that we have to bear? Says use pleasure as as your fuel, Make time for activities that bring you joy. These are what give you the energy and the mental space needed to tackle the next challenge with a positive mindset. So if you don't go out and you don't do pleasurable things and all that, it's harder for you to be in more positive mindset to tackle some of these challenges in life. And I keep saying, you've heard me say a bunch of times, mental. You know, the villain, that person you think is a villain, is actually your best friend. Your villain in your life pushes you to that person you hate the most, and the bane in your side. They've done more for you than your actual friends. And I keep telling people there's some villains in your life that you owe uh thank you to, because without them doing what they did, you won't be where you at now. They pushed your ass, right? Say find the pleasure in the challenge. So hey, you doing something that is challenging, new to you, out of the norm, even though it's a challenge, uh, find a way to make that shit pleasurable to you. You know, look for small wins and moments of satisfaction when the when the when within the challenge process itself. As in, give yourself little goals. As in, hey, every time you step up learning something else, celebrate that little shit. All right. Did you finally understand the difficult concept? Celebrate that. Like I just said. Did you make a small bit of progress? Acknowledge it. The other day I was talking. Thank God for Facebook memories, right? Because um a lot of my content has been popping up in my memories lately. And I really could see, and if you know, you would have to, like, I guess, scroll all the way back to really see that shit. But unless I just start posting all the memory shit. But you really could see the progress and the growth from my videos. I went from still pictures to, you could see me incrementally stepping up my shit. And thank God for, like I say, thank God for Facebook memories, because you know I really wasn't tracking those, like they were saying, this little thing. Hey, look, you learned how to do that now. Oh, look, you started incorporating that now. Oh, look, you started doing that in the video. Oh, wow. Shit, I remember I was doing that 4 years ago. God damn. That I thought I was doing something 4 years ago. Now look where it's at. Right. Went to Dollar General yesterday before I cashed out. An old gentleman walked into the store and out his hand on my shoulder and kept saying, "You are the leader. God will be with you." What was that? Well, you know what? I actually got that kind of happened to me. I actually got an episode that I talk about that. I was getting out the car at one of these Pizza Huts, and a guy was saying, what the fuck he was saying, call me some shit, right? And so with that being said, a lot of times people can see stuff in us that we can't see ourselves. Right? It goes back to, um, oh, I wonder what this thing would say if I put that in. Like I always talk about Kanye West mamas, what she said, right? And what did she say? When I watched that Yeezus and all of that, she said something. She said she she said she was talking to Kanye and she said, Kanye, a giant looks in the mirror and sees nothing. I'm, for the longest, I was trying to figure out what the hell did she mean by that shit. A giant looks in the mirror and sees nothing. I understand what she means now, right? So, uh, for instance, these people be calling me, man, you're a teacher. You're a teacher. You teach, you teach. Hey, will you teach? Will you learn? I'll be like, man, why y'all keep calling me that, man? I ain't no teacher. I'm a dude that just read some books. But, you know, all right, when I look in the mirror, I see a guy who just sat down and read some books and all of that. But when people look at me, they see a giant in astrology. When I don't think see myself as a giant, but if I take myself and we go and pick out 20 random motherfuckers on the street and start asking them astrology questions, and then they start asking me, how is my knowledge gonna look and stack up to that? I'm gonna look like a giant. They're gonna be looking like, God damn, who the fuck is this dude? Right? But that could apply to anybody in anything you do. And so when it comes to that question, that dude saying that dude was looking at looking at a leader. The problem is that leader looks in the mirror and sees nothing. He doesn't see a leader. And until that leader looks in the mirror and sees a leader, he's not going to lead.
Right.
Would you say right?
Yeah.
Why you say right?
Because it's like them denying that title. They're not gonna act as such.
Okay. How long have you
They're not
wait.
speaking that
Hey,
way.
mental. How long have you denied being a teacher?
A long
Uh,
time.
and now look, and now you start embracing being a teacher, and now your ass up here talking about I'm creating a school.
Yeah,
So look at that. What you see in the mirror actually controls your action. So being that he didn't see a giant in the mirror, therefore he wasn't acting on his giant capabilities. But once he saw and accepted, oh, I'm a damn giant in this bitch. Now he's saying, ho, 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 green giant. Eat your green beans.
okay.
Or are you Jack? Or are you Jack and his beanstalk? Does somebody have to be Jack and have some lucky beans to get on up to your school?
No, they ain't gotta. They just gotta more than what they already have.
They just mm, want more than. Let's see what this shit has to say. Ooh, he's saying a giant looks in the mirror and sees nothing is a metaphorical expression that speaks to the nature of perception. Ooh, we talk about that a lot too. Perception, humility, and self-awareness. Me and Tyro talk about self-awareness a lot too. You too. It means that an individual of great stature, power, or influence is often unable to see their own true size and impact. This can be interpreted in several ways. Lack of self awareness. Now, it could work two ways. Somebody could be stomping around here thinking they're a giant, and actually they little, hey, you a peon, dog. You Jack, you ain't the giant motherfucker. And that'd be lack of self-awareness. But then it also could work the other way. This person could be running around acting thinking they Jack, and motherfucker, you a giant. you, you walking around here looking like the Incredible Hulk in them clothes. You see them clothes done ripped off of you and everything.
He ain't look at his body not one time and seen them clothes
No.
busting at the seat.
The giant is so called, look, the giant is so accustomed to their own size that it seems normal to them. Like for instance, you think when Michael Jordan look in the mirror, he sees the greatest basketball player in the world, or does he see a dude that just like to play basketball?
The dude that just like to play basketball.
Y'all put the go tag on him. Okay, hey, I'm just going out here and dribbling this ball and dunking. This is what I do. Now, y'all looking at me and being like, man, that's great. That's on you. But when I look in the mirror, I see a dude, a regular dude, that farting, burping, scratching nuts. Just like you.
Hey, P Money. Yes, it is possible to get up the next day in giant mode. You just have to embrace it today.
Mm. And don't be wimpy from Popeye. I gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Wimpy ain't never had no money for a hamburger. Oh shit. You don't know nothing about Popeye, huh? You ain't watch Popeye,
Vaguely, man.
huh? Oh, so yeah.
Remember, can't
That
remember the
that
dude though. Remember the
yeah,
character who you
yeah,
talking about.
that's too old school. That went right over y'all head. Y'all don't know nothing about Wimpy. All right. The giant is so accustomed to their own size that it seems normal to them. They may not recognize the disproportionate effect they have on their surroundings and on other people. This can lead to a lack of empathy or failure to understand how their actions are perceived by those who are smaller or less powerful. Humility. The giant, despite their immense size, chose to be humble. They see themselves not as a powerful figure, but as just another individual. Like I was just saying, focusing on their internal world rather than their external world. In this sense, seeing nothing means ignoring their own greatness in favor of a more grounded, modest view of themselves. You know, go
Yeah,
ahead.
I can see that. 'Cause
Um,
on the
Taro told me, called me. He said, "Man, you're a very humble guy." I said, "Huh?" Go ahead.
no, just thinking on on your website, on my profile, I got not teacher, but sharer of information. And like when you was reading in the world, not there. And so, like, you know, within doing the inner world conversations with others, you just, within your stories, you're relatable to those who are listening. And then they plant the title teacher, professor, master, things of that caliber.
So is it up to us to? I mean, well, if you think about it, if we go to, ain't it? The streets are supposed to give you your nickname. You ain't supposed to give you your own nickname.
Right.
So would that be kind of like the same thing?
hmm Y'all call me this shit. I'm just doing what I do
Hmm.
in a way that is acceptable and digestible to others in a teachable way.
It also has one more. It says the inability to see one's the inability to see one's full self. The mirror can only reflect what's directly in front of it. A giant's immense scale may be too vast for the mirror to capture fully, suggesting that their true impact and identity are too complex or far-reaching to be reflected in simple images. This implies that some aspects of a person's being, especially their influence and legacy, can't be fully grasped by the individual themselves. So, some, mental that has happened to me, and it's happened to you as well. As in, you've had somebody come to you and say, "Hey, man, you said X, Y, Z, and that really changed me." Haven't you had that happen? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, y'all there? My shit tripping. I can't see y'all. I can't see you or hear you, bro. Hmm. Oh shit.